Hello everyone. Today I am going to make a welder t-shirt design. Now for this kind of design you can find this kind of designs in almost every kind of professions, like I am a welder. This is the most common text for t-shirt design. You can use this text with any profession, like with nurse, carpenter, engineer, doctor, biker, anything you want. So I was born with my heart on my sleeve, a fire in my soul, a mouth I cannot control. So that is the text here, and I am just adding here the I am a welder because I want to make a welder t-shirt design. Now I can make it like I am a carpenter, I am an engineer, anything I want. So as I am making a welder t-shirt design, I wanted to use some elements, like these are all the element from my previous videos. And this one I am using a image here because I can do everything, just I cannot make these shapes. So that's why I am using an image here to make this shape. You can do it with your pen tool easily, but I just cannot do this. Okay, so this is a premium vector of welder. I am going to use this one, and I will of course add the link in the description in my Facebook group, of course not in description. So sometimes you just cannot find some good vectors for free, so that's why you need to use some premium ones. So that's why I'm using this one premium. So how to manage this vector for using? So I'm modifying the vector. As you can see, there are small parts that I don't need here. I just want to use this outline shape of the welder. So I am using my magic wand tool. If I click on this red, it is going to, I can erase that, but as you can see, it is just erasing the, as this vector is made with like putting a shape on top of the black shape, so that's why it is not working like that. If I remove that, you can see the area is not blank. So for this kind of vectors, first of all select it, all of it like this, then go to pathfinder and then click on this trim option. It will cut the image in small pieces, like everything will be a small piece. So if I select it like this, it is now a group. If I double click, I can isolate the group. Now if I select this one and remove it, you can see this area is being transparent. That means looking white. That is good for me. Now I am selecting my magic wand, click on this red and erase to erase everything that is in red. Clicking on this white to erase any color you can see, click on that and it will be erased, just like this. Now at this point, I think this is good looking vector. My vector is looking good. It has only the black right now. If I select it like this, it is showing one color, that means it is complete black. And to make sure, I just make it black again. So that's it. Now I am clicking outside. So this is my vector right now. I want to use it as I do in my most of the videos. Like I want to create a center graphic first, then I will place my text. So let's focus on the center graphic. So these wings I am going to use here, but a bit space between them so that I can place my welder vector inside them. Now I am selecting these two, and then if I align them center wise, I can align them. So that is looking good. Now I want to place my welder vector, something like this, but it should be a bit bigger, like the, not too much bigger. Just I just want to follow a curve at this area, like the top of the wings and the welder vector. So that is good. This much is good for me. Let's select our welder vector here. Now I'm going to object path and then offset path. The same way I do my designs, like 10 pixel offset path. That's good. Cut. Now selecting this wings vector, maybe I can move them a bit sidewise like this. That's enough. Now selecting the wings, open the transparency, press Ctrl F, that means paste in front. So that is good for my video, my graphic here. Now as you can see, this is looking like this. I am selecting all of it. Now go to pathfinder, merge, unite. So that's why it becomes a complete single shape, as you can see inside this transparency. So that is good. Now if I click here, I can come out from the transparency. So that is good. Now for this area here, I want to hide this lower part of the welder here, because this is not looking very good here. So how to do that? That's why I wanted to use this ribbon. So let's keep a copy here so that I can use that later. Now I am pressing shift and rotating this one. Now I want to keep everything inside a certain area, just the outside area of my wings, just like this. Now that is good. I want to bring that up a little, just like this, so that I can hide this part, like inside the, it will be hidden by the ribbon here, so that is good. But for this area here, if I select my ribbon like this, I can change the color, so you will be able to see. As you can see, this part of the hand is looking good here. So if I double click, I can separately select this two part and maybe this part. So if I select these three, not the whole vector, only this gloves, this hand and this hard part, go to object, path, offset path, create a same 10 pixel offset path, cut. Now double click here. Now I am selecting my this wings, this ribbon vector, maybe a bit down like this. That's it. That's okay. Now open the transparency of for the ribbon. Now press Ctrl F. It will paste it like this, just like this. And this is right now looking like this. Let's not worry about that. I'm selecting my ribbon vector, go to object, path and then offset path. Same repeating process, make offset path, cut. Now I am selecting my this wings vector because I want to keep my ribbon on top of my wings. So inside the transparency of the wings, press Ctrl F. It is looking like this, as it is in red. So I need to first of all make it black. Then if I go to pathfinder, merge and unite, I can make it a complete one single shape like this. So this is good. Now I am selecting this ribbon vector like this, copy. Then if I click here to select my this welder vector, then open the transparency for it, press Ctrl F. It is going to paste like this area is being hidden under the ribbon, but I wanted to keep this area on top. So let's select this one, the inside one of the ribbon, press shift E for eraser tool. Now if I erase this area, just like this, it is going to keep my this area on top of my ribbon, just like this. So that is good. Now as you can see, this part of the ribbon is hiding this hand of the welder, but this hand is on top of my ribbon. So this may look like a bit confusing, but you need to understand the transparency first. So this is how it is looking right now. This part of my graphic is ready. So let's select everything, make a group. It will not move from its position, so that is good. Now for this area here, my first focus point is this welded text. This is the all about this design, because this is the profession, this is the target audience for me. So I need to focus on my this text. So I am going to use something like a bold kind of font, but yes, something like Norwester, that's a good font. Let's make it something like this, or maybe I can go for go bold, that is a good font also. Something like this. I want to keep something like a, okay, maybe not that one, old sport athletic, this one. This is a good font. This slab kind of font looks good for this kind of designs. So now I am placing my text like this. I want to make a graphic position here, something like a arc lower. So let's go to effect, wrap and then arc lower. It is going to look like that but that is too much. Maybe minus 30 pixel will work, so that is good. Click OK. I'm making this longer. So when we are applying this arc lower effect, it's good to apply this long arc layer and then make it a bit longer text. It will follow the arc well, so that is good. Now at this position I am going to break my font. I don't need them to act as a font, but as you can see, when we apply any effect on our any graphic or object, we need to expand that. So go to object, expand appearance. Now it is working as a one shape. So I am going to keep everything just in this certain area. Then press R for the ruler tool. If I bring a ruler here, I can place one here. Then press Alt and drag this one. At this point I am going to keep them as it is, then I'm going to right click on the roller and then lock guide. That will not move from its position, so that is good. Now this is the position of my text. If I double click, I can select each and every text like this. I can make it a bit longer like that, maybe also this one, just like this. But make sure that I'm making sure that I am placing everything in a same size area. You can see it is matching, so that means it is good. Now I don't need this one, press Ctrl Z, so that is good. Now this is my welded text position. Now this part is done, so I want to now place my this text. I was born with my heart on my sleeve. So this text, I'm selecting all of it, right click, recent font. I'm going to use my geared slab font because that's the font I was using for one of my other videos, so that's why I have this in my recent font. If you don't, then select anything you want, go to this font and then type in any font name you want, or if you can just search it manually, it's up to you. So I'm just keeping it like this something, so maybe I can move it a bit up like that because I need to place 4 lines here, so maybe I can place 2 lines at the bottom, then 1 line at the top, something like this. So let's place the first line here. I was born with my, so this is the, I want to make it a bit smaller because I want to fit the text just inside this area. So if I double click here, I can select my R, maybe make it a bit, come a bit down like this. It is not following with this curve, but that is not important here because that this area here is important for me right now. So if I select my this text line, go to effect, then wrap, and then arch. So arch is a good option. I'm taking it in the plus direction, something like maybe 20%. That is good. Let's make it a bit bigger so that it fits in the size of that gap, something like this. So this is good, I think. Okay, you can see there is a space in my line, so that is causing some trouble. It is not fitting, so that is good, I think. Let's break our font, and of course we need to expand the appearance, whatever the effect we are applying here, so that is good. Now I can simply move it a bit. Okay, that is not looking very good, but don't worry about that. Okay, for this area here, this is not looking like exactly matching, so I need to move it a bit just to fit in my design. So that is a very small part, that is not, that will not be visible that it is rotated or not, so something like that I'm keeping it. Now as we are using a ribbon here, we can use another ribbon in top of the welder graphic like this, maybe. So something like this will work for me. But for this area here, I want to, okay, I'm not going to use this one here as it is. I will do something for that later. So I'm selecting my this welder w text, then if I make it same size longer, that is good. Now I'm going to make this one a bit up so that it, this area looks like something similar. So that's what I want to do here. It is really important to match the proportions, so that is good. I want to just make it just like this, overlapping my text here, but everything should be inside this guide area, and that is how it is not, it will not make it like a, I will not lose any area for that. So that is good for me right now. Now I can simply take an ellipse here, just like this ellipse, press shift X for make it into stroke mode, make it bigger. Now if I bring that up like this, I need to match my, match the curve of the ribbon with my ellipse here, just the same old process here. So that is good, I think this is looking good. Now I was born with my heart on my sleeve, so let's use this text, cut it. I'm going to select my this ellipse here, go to type on path tool, then if I click here I can press Ctrl V, it will be pasted just like this. Now I can simply modify these areas to place it in the exact same place, or you can just use the third anchor point to use it. Okay, so this much is good. I want to keep it just in the top area of my ribbon. Maybe I can make it just like this, a bit longer. I hate stretching text, but sometimes it's important, so that is good. I think now I am selecting this one and my ribbon and bring them a bit down, because I want this welder helmet to overlap my ribbon. So that is the point I am making here. That is good. I think this area I am not happy with that one, so let's remove that. Let's use this font for the welder text, create outline, make it same size bigger as the ruler area, just like this. Then if I bring that, double click to come inside the transparency, I can make it bigger. Then of course I can make this one a bit bigger using my direct selection tool to bring that area down, just like this. Then of course this one a bit down like this. Then of course this part I want to bring that down like this. So this is the way of like customizing text. You can always customize your text. So this is, I think, looking a bit better than before. So for this area here I want to use my this text, I was born with my. So heart on my sleeve I will use that later, so I am double clicking to paste it here. I was born with my, and as you can see this is looking like this, but it should be a bit smaller maybe. That's it, that much is good. Okay, welder, I was born with my heart on my sleeve, so I am double clicking to, okay, not like that. So this is on the one ribbon. So if I select this text, press Ctrl C Ctrl F to paste in front, I can bring that like this. But this one I want to make it like bring in the down, just like this, so that it fits in the ribbon area, just like this. So I was born with my, then I am selecting here to copy that text. If I click here I can paste it here, heart on my sleeve, no space at the end, so that is good. So this is good for this area. I was born with my heart on my sleeve, fire in my soul. So I am going to use this fire in my soul here, and the mouth I can't control, so I am breaking this one here. We can do some modifications in this area, but I just want to keep it simple as possible, just like this, then maybe a bit down. Okay, so the position here, I am a welder, I was born with my heart on my sleeve, fire in my soul, a mouth I can't control. Okay, that is good for me, the text is good. Now for this area here I am a welder sorry for that. So I wanted to create something like, okay, let's create the same effect of our American flag on. Just create a stroke like this, then press shift X to make it a stroke, make it something bigger, then select this option, that is good. Now I am going to make a copy here, just like this, then press Ctrl D 2-3 times, just like this, then select it, align them, go to object and expand appearance to make it a fill color, then make it rotate like this, make them a group, make a copy here, just like this. Then I'm going to select these three, align them center wise, then click here to horizontally distribute the space, so that is good. Now this one should be in this area, in this direction, so that is good, I think. Or maybe let's do it in the other way, so that's good. So this is the position of my this text here. Just keep making changes however you want it. So this is looking like this, a fire in my soul, a mouth I cannot control, that is good, heart on my sleeve, and then born with my. These two text I want to make them, I want to break them, of course. Then go to object, path, and then offset path, just like this, 10 pixel. Let's click OK, cut, Now I'm selecting this one and this one, these two ribbon, make them a group. Now when they are grouped, open their transparency, press Ctrl F. It is going to paste in front, and it is going to make this area stand out so that we can read the text here. So that is good. But as you can see, this area has some problem. So let's press N for pencil tool. When the fill color is black, I can draw a shape like this. So that is going to hide that area. I think that is good. Now there is a problem, like this ribbon is on top of my wings, and this area here I want to keep the wings on top. So I'm selecting only the wings. You can see here when your wings is selected. So let's select the wing, go to object, path, and then offset path, of course 10 pixel. Okay, cut. Now I need to select my this ribbon only, not the two ribbons. When that ribbon is selected, inside the transparency, press Ctrl F. It is going to look like this. Go to this pathfinder, merge, unite. It is going to make it a complete single shape. So that is good. Now that effect is created, that is good. Now for this area here, as you can see, I wanted to create use some kind of lightning bolt effect, because this is the things of welding relevant graphics. It is always good to use some graphics that is relevant to your design. So that's why I wanted to create on here, used on here, this one. So maybe a bit. Okay, I can bring that one down, and as you can see, this area is angular. So let's press shift E for eraser tool. Now if I press alt, I can match it with the baseline of my text, and I can cut it like that. So that is good, I think. Now for this one here, I'm going to bring that here, right click, transform, reflect. So like this, maybe a bit closer to each other. I can simply select this one, this one, this one, three, then align them in the bottom, then distribute the space between them. That is good, no problem. So this area is looking like something like this. So let's bring that to the edge of the ruler here, so that we can use some other elements to the for the blank space. So I'm keeping them like this, aligning them centerwise in the bottom, then distribute the space. That is good. Now for this area here, I want to use some stars. Stars is the thing I use when I need to fill the areas, and that really helps. So something like this, maybe like this in this area. Then select this group, bring that here, right click, transform, and reflect, just like this, but this should fit in the area. Okay, let's make them a group. Then select this one, this one, this one, this one, make them a group. Then these two groups, select them, align them in the bottom like this, maybe a bit down. Okay, so that part is good, just like this. It is just up to you guys how you want to do it. Now I am creating a just like this, a simple shape here, then again another one here. So you can bring that down like this. I'm selecting these two, then pressing shift X for making them strokes, making them a bit bigger in size. Then click on this option here again, go to object and expand appearance. That is just for filling this area. So this is what I want to do for my every video, because this little time for making a design good always help. So something like this, or maybe another one here. This is not really important, but if you are doing this, it is just going to make your design look good. So one here, right click, transform, and then reflect, click OK. Now I am going to select this, just like this. So that is good for me, I think. Okay, that part is not important. So this is the final graphic for me. Now I can simply use one of this here, to represent that it is the lightning bolt effect. So maybe this part will be hidden behind my welder, just like this. Then I want to rotate it. Okay, that is good. Now for another one here, right click, transform, reflect. So that is good. Now select these two, align them in the bottom, just like this. I'm making them a bit, bringing them up. So that is good for this area. Let's make them a group. Now I need to select my this wings group, because inside the wings group I will find this welders. You can see welders offset path. So select this one, copy, then click here, then select my this two board group, right click, offset path, paste in front, and this is how it is hiding that area. So that is good. Now this is my final design for this one, guys. I hope. Okay, now I need to right click and then unlock guides. I can remove them. So this is the final design for my this one, guys. You can do whatever you want with this kind of designs, but always try to make it a feel kind of design, because that is the way it will look good, and it is not something like only text. It is a huge vector works, and that will really help you to make a awesome design if you just follow the tricks here. Okay, I have copied the vector of the welder. So if I double click, if I double click to select this ribbon from here, this one, then inside the transparency press Ctrl F, that welder vector is pasted here. As you can see, that is looking good for that area. So that is good for me, I think. So this is the final graphic, guys. I hope this one will give you some idea how to make this kind of advanced level design, especially the effect I create here. You can see that is really hard, but if you understand the transparency, I hope it will help you. So thank you everyone, see you in the next video, guys. Have a great time. Thank you.